Well, good evening, good morning, whatever. Deck down here at the job, that's actually drying up decent. I had to go quote another one again down the road here, so I've got quite a bit of work lined up down this road. That's usually how it goes. People see you working and they want you to come do some work for them, so that's a good thing. It's a blessing. That is crusted over, so it's drying out some. So anyway, let's go over here and check our fire out. It looks like it's burned up pretty decent. Oh, I was here last night till a little after 10 o'clock, making sure it was going to burn up, and it finally got rolling good last night as I was leaving. It just blazed up. I can still see my stump pole over there is full of water, but yeah, looks like it's burned up pretty nicely. I'm gonna rake it around, put any of the bigger stuff back in it, and let it do its thing and smolder on out. And I'm gonna jump in the skid steer and finish bush hogging this real quick before it gets too hot. And it looks like it's gonna rain. It's not showing anything on the radar, but I think it's lying. So that should be the last of the Mohicans right there. Let's go jump on the skid steer and see if we can't get a little bush hogging done before the bottom falls out. I'm going to, along that tree line, I'm going to nose it up in there, get some of that stuff too. Maybe it won't take too long. I don't like running this thing about 30 minutes at a time. I'm sure it's fine, but that's just me letting the hydraulics cool back down some. Oh, broke my neck. So let's fire this dude up. as y'all can see, there's nothing just real spectacular about what I'm doing now, but it is looking good. It's mulching it up pretty decent. I think it's gonna be fine. So still got a lot more to do. Have I ever told y'all I hate bush hogging? All right, I got the field bush hogged and everything knocked out. Looks pretty good. Glad to have got it done because it's getting hot now. What I'm gonna do is jump in the dozer and go over there and see how well that dirt's gonna spread out. If it don't spread too well, I've got something I can go look at down the road for the housing company. They called me yesterday, said they do my sunglasses, said they got some water trouble in a new home they just hooked up, want me to go take a look at it. So there ain't no telling what that's going to entail. But let me jump in the dozer here and let's go see if we can push some dirt around. this still just isn't the best, but it is what it is. I'm gonna let that dry out a few hours and then come back and see if I can blade back over it. But it's just, this is what I deal with around here, and that's already hard as a rock right there. But good old Mississippi gumbo. The fire is just about gone. I'm gonna run over there real quick and rake those ashes around. Let this sit a few hours, and then go look at another project, and I'll come back this evening and finish this out. But I think it's gonna be good. I gotta, maybe hard to tell on camera, but basically water is all running down here, and I think before it was getting right in here and then kind of sitting right in here, but I'm gonna try to get it so it can go out and on down. That's kind of why that's still holding water. It had a hump right in there that I've got to take out. I really wish it was dry enough I could just bring all that dirt this way, but I just keep running over that soft spot. It's just no good. So, well, I've got the dirt, it's just I can't do anything with it right now. Alright, so I had to leave for about 3 hours to go fix a water issue just down the road. But does anybody want to guess what it did while I was gone? I mean, somebody, just take a wild guess. So I don't guess I'll be grading this out today. This really pisses me off. So I guess I'm gonna get the keys out of the equipment and let's go down the road and see what some of these other projects we got lined up to do here. So I'll just let this sit till tomorrow. Okay, so here at the next little project, I am about a quarter mile that way. Basically there's a fence line in there. It's basically going to start about right here at these bigger trees. I'm not going to take them down. I would, they want them down, but this one is leaning towards the house. I could take this down no problem, but I'm afraid if I do that, then this one's going to die because I will have to cut around it so much. But this one, Rook may have to come take down, or at least that one limb. If those buildings wasn't there, yeah, I would take it down no problem, because I got plenty of machine to cut around it and push it this way. But with those buildings there, it kind of puts me in a bind, and I just don't want to take a chance. So anyway, it's just this stuff. There's the fence post, so I'm basically going to start from there and take out all of this stuff right here. Basically open up their backyard too, and probably burn all this stuff. There's nothing in here but a bunch of hickories and some hackberry. Cotton top likes the hackberries. And they got some dogs in a kennel around there, and I hope one of them don't get out. And also I got to push all this stuff. They've remodeled that house, and this is where everything went to. Tried to get burned, but anyway, there's a concrete slab back in there. I quoted this back in the winter, and of course you could see, I could see for acres back in there. It's actually all pretty clean in the winter time. All the grass and stuff dies. But anyway, I'm not for sure, and they didn't know where their septic is. But I did see, I think, where the gray water runs out around in here somewhere. I don't know. And I told them, I was like, hey, you know, I may hit the fill line. I just don't know where it is. But the septic tank has got to be up in here somewhere. But anyway, basically I've got just a lot of small stuff. There's two bigger ones right there that I think that's the only big ones. But I'm basically clearing I'll take out all these right here, these little ones in their yard, all the way over to this oak right here. There's a fence line back there that runs that way, and that's what I'm basically clearing back to. So basically from about right here to back to that oak right there, down the fence line, there's the slab. They said they wanted to keep it. It's actually a good slab. I can't remember if the building got destroyed or if they never really built on it before all the leaves and stuff fell on it. It's actually a good slab. I don't know if it's going to be worth saving or not. I told them I'd do my best not to bust it, but I can only do so much with the roots running up under it. Anyway, so that's going to be this little project. I'm going to burn it back there in that little corner. So what I'll do is I'm going to have to walk the machine in down that side of the yard, because I don't want to go through that side, which I needed to come over here and look, make sure nothing was in the way, and I think I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, I can hug their little patio and come right down through here. Probably go ahead and snatch this stuff out of my way first, just lay it over to the side. They have a problem with their yard really draining too, and it's got a high spot right here with these trees. So I told them once I get rid of those, and the dirt that comes up from those will help lower the yard a little bit, and they should be fine. I can just make a swap through here with a dozer too and knock that down. So yeah, I'll make me a path right in there, get me a spot hollowed out to burn, and see right here is where it's holding water. So this one shouldn't be too bad, minus the weather. So let's go look at the next one. All right, so some of you is going to remember this job. This is where I had the 306 and the 299. I cleared this field, burned it all in the back there. This trailer here, there was a bunch of some big pines here. This is where I took out the neighbor's power over there. So if y'all didn't see those videos, please go back and watch them. It's with the 306 and the 299. This guy wants some more work done. He's wanting this trailer gone. I told him the best I can do is crunch it up and bury it. I'm not hauling it off. I told him I didn't know what to do with the frame of it. He said if I could just get it off the frame, then somebody could come get the frame. I really want to hook a chain to it and see if that dozer can drag it. I'd really like to drag it around there and bury it on the back side, but he said something about maybe these bigger trees. So I don't know, because now he's getting into the money part when you start getting in these trees. The trailers, I don't think it's really no big deal to smash it and bury it. I really don't want to do that, but I don't know which trees he's wanting. There's a fence in there, but y'all can see, like, let me go back here. Like, if y'all go back and watch some videos and ones that remember, there was no grass left standing. It was just mud, just god awful, and you can see how well it's come back. And I can't remember when that was, back in February, I think. February, beginning of March. I don't remember, somewhere around in there. But it took no time for stuff to grow back. There's an old shed up in there, and I do rather, regardless if he wants me to do this work or not, I am going to come over here and cut him a path probably right in there all the way over to his other line and then up. 'Cause apparently there was some miscommunication about that. So it looks thick, but it's really not. It's not that bad. It's just growed up. So, and right here was the burn pit. So you can see the grass has come back. It's actually growing pretty good considering what type of dirt it is. But this clay will grow stuff pretty good compared to the red sandy dirt that you may see sometimes. That stuff won't hardly grow anything but ryegrass. But this clay stuff down here, it will grow stuff. So that's one good thing about it. It's about the only good thing about it. So anyway, let's go look at the next little job. Okay, so there's the road. The last job we just looked at is about, I don't know, 100 yards that way. The job before that is just directly across the road from that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk back here. It's a little bit of a walk, but this guy's got about 40 acres right here that he had cleared. Well, he had a part cleared back here that I'm gonna walk to, and I'll show you what they did and kind of what he wants fixed. Okay, so this is what this man's got. Back in here, there's this ground. I know it's gonna be hard to tell on camera. He basically had this in here, I guess, kind of select cleared, however you want to say it. But this ground is very rough, and the guy that does his bush hogging, keeps it maintained, has a really hard time on his tractor. Like you can see, well, you can't really see, but like right here, all right in there is nothing but old stump holes. I don't know who did the clearing, but basically when he ripped the trees out of the ground, all the holes are kind of still there. I know the ground is going to settle. A guy called me yesterday of a job I did way back in last August that the holes have settled, and he just asked me what could he do, and I said, man, get a load of dirt and I'll come fix it for you. That's really all it's going to take. But you can minimize it, but let's say like that, you know, tractor, the guy's just, he can't really get in here. So what I'm going to do, I told him about the only thing I could do, what you really could do, unless you got just a massive disc, really big tractor and a really heavy disc, is you just have to break the ground up and regrade it. And that's basically what I'm going to do with the dozer, is I'm going to come in here with a root rake and basically till the land up and pack it back down. That's about all you can do. And the whole thing isn't like that, but just these little areas, like right over here, like right in here is fine. I don't know why he didn't bush hog some places, but like right in here, all these holes, basically just pushing some dirt around and filling in these holes and getting it back leveled out. Got to do this whole little area and then up that road, I think, and then on around in another spot where he drives into the place at another spot. Clean that up for him. He said he may add to it. I gave him an hourly rate, and he said, well, you know, I may do a couple $1,000s worth. So it could turn into more. I don't know. I may ask him if he wants me to burn them piles for him while I'm down here with the excavator, and go ahead and knock that out, because that stuff's been drying for I think he said 2 or 3 years. I don't know. So that will go up in a blaze of glory. Looks like it ain't nothing but cedars. But anyway, that's what this little job's gonna be. I'll get to have a lot of dozer action with that, and it's probably not gonna be very fun, because this ain't nothing but that old clay stuff, and I'm sure it'll just be me me making a mess and just smoothing it out. That's about all I know to do with it. I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, that ain't what I would do. You need a tractor and a disc. I ain't got a tractor, I ain't got a disc. That would take a massive tractor and a massive disc to really break that stuff up in a timely manner. Yeah, you could take a smaller one and just go back and forth, but ground that's never been broke up, you ain't gonna break it up that easy, especially in this stuff. So I think the dozer and the root rake's gonna do just fine. If these four-wheelers don't stay out of here, he's gonna have more problems than what he's got. But anyway, let's we got one more little job to look at, just 100 yards that way. And you know, I'm not above if the dozer doesn't do too great back there, I can take the excavator and go back there and fill those holes in, scratch around the dirt around them, fill them in, and then just pack them in with a dozer. So I'm not opposed to that. I'll using stuff like that, I just play it by ear, just see what works best and what's more efficient. So I'm not going to rule that out either. Okay, so here's the next one. If y'all look right up through yonder, you can see somewhat of an opening, but my truck is right through yonder about, I don't know, 60-70 yards. But we're basically going to come straight in the path of least resistance, cutting the road in right back here to where I'm standing, and then opening up. There's a trailer home right there. So about to I guess this bigger tree to that bigger tree. Well, from here back, I'll probably, I don't know, 30-40 yards maybe. There's some bigger hickories right in there they won't go on to. Open that up for a yard or whatever, and for them to put a mobile home back in here. Of course, I'm gonna burn it in the back side there. There is some, like that tree's only about maybe 14-16 inches between that one and probably 3 more right there. There's not anything back here worth keeping. I may keep those bigger hickories right there just because I don't know, somebody may want something cut out of them one day, or cut a mantle out of them or something. But yeah, all of it's gonna get burned. Ain't nothing in here but hardwood. It's good hardwood, but they're just small. But that's gonna be the last little stop on this tour. What's good is everything is right here together, so it's just gonna be me moving stuff just right down the road. So that, I told people, you know, that's gonna save you some money. I don't have to haul equipment back and forth. So got a lot of work here to do over the next couple weeks. So I just hope that it will stop raining. I can get it done. Like in here, it looks really thick, but it's just the leaves. There's nothing major in here. Maybe 4 or 5, you know, decent trees, but nothing the 313 can't handle. And even up through there, that looks really thick, but you know, all of it, that tree, yeah, top of that tree's broke out, but all of it's, you know, basically about like that. I may have 1 or 2 that's gonna be a little over 12 inches, but one guy said that he knows some people up down through here that's going to want some of the hickory to smoke with, do some barbecue with. So I told them to show up with a chainsaw and I'll give them all they want. So all right, I'm gonna call that one here. Y'all see the next projects is going to be showing up on the channel for the next I'd like to have all this done within the next 2 weeks, but I know the weather's not going to allow it, so maybe here at Christmas time, who knows. All right, y'all have a good one. See you later.